If you guys have been watching this channel for a while, you might know that my dad doesn't really make too many special appearances in the vlog. He's pretty camera shy, although he won't admit that he is. And he's honestly not the biggest car guy, but in the last couple years, I've really been putting in some work to change his perspective. Now let's rewind about 4 or 5 months. You might recall the video where I went with my dad to Porsche and I helped pick him out this 2020 Cayenne SUV. Now growing up as a kid, I always dreamed of my dad getting something cool. I always was trying to push him to get a sports car. I remember when the GTR came out, I was like, Dad, it's an affordable supercar. And I always tried to push him to get something cool, but he was like,
TJ, no, I need an SUV and I don't want to spend that much money on a car.
Every very understandable and realistic answer that probably every parent tells their child who loves cars was what I was fed. Now this last year, my dad finally retired and he came to me and he said, TJ, I think I'm ready to get myself something nice. I want to get a car that's going to last me a long time and I want you to help me pick it out. And we came across this 2020 Cayenne. Now after picking up the Macan, how much I've fallen in love with Porsche, I was like, Dad, you have to get this car. If you don't remember, this thing is super clean, fully spec'd 2020 Cayenne, full red interior. It's got the massive sunroof on top. This thing is baller. By far the nicest SUV I've ever driven, maybe besides the Urus. And this definitely classifies as a baller car. This is by far my dad's most favorite prized possession he owns, and I don't blame him. Last month when we picked up the GT3 RS, my dad actually came with me to the dealership and I took delivery of it. And one thing that I really loved about this car that I showed to my dad is it actually has a PPF on the whole entire car. PPF is a paint protection film solution. It's pretty much a clear vinyl, a clear bra, material that goes around the whole entire car that protects the paint from actually ever seeing the sun. My dad loved that so much. He was like, TJ, I have a Porsche, I have a super nice car. Why do I not have that on my car? And he became super interested on getting in his car. Well, rewind to last week, Father's Day. I went to him and said, Dad, I have something I want to do for your car and I need the keys and you're not going to have your car for about 2 weeks. So I went ahead and got Suntex reaction film installed on his Porsche. Check it out. My dad is lucky because he has the new Suntech reaction film, which is the best of the best. Better than the one that I have on the GT3 RS. It's great because it's not only a PPF, but it also has ceramic coating properties. And I'll show you guys later in the video, but cleaning this thing is super easy. Their new film is 30% more scratch resistant. The car has a polished, silky look over it. And in case he ever ruins it, there's a new 12-year warranty. So my dad doesn't know that I did that, and he's gonna be coming over later today, and I'm gonna surprise him with the car and kind of show him the ropes with the new Suntech film. So whether he likes it or not, he's gonna get a cameo in today's vlog. He's not expecting it, so I hope it goes over well. But in the meantime, before he comes over, I have some heartbreaking news about the Supra. It's been acting up like crazy and won't start anymore, and we need to fix that today. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a simple, easy fix. We're gonna start off by just getting a new battery. I'm having an issue where the car will start, but it won't stay running. And I know initially that probably doesn't sound like it's a battery issue, but something that I've learned with this car is that if the battery dies and it sits for too long, the ECU goes into a failsafe where it doesn't allow the car to run. Don't ask me why, it's just what it does. I've gotten a few lucky starts where the car will actually stay running, but oftentimes it will turn over and just turn off. Let me show you. I think I keep it in here. Nope. Haven't learned my cabinets yet. Haven't learned them yet, but here it is. And before you say, TJ, why don't you just get a battery tender? Well, there's a video coming where it's the top 10 best garage accessories. I have a 4-bank battery charger right here, but I'm not gonna install this or use it until I film that video. It's gonna be a really cool video. I'm really excited about it. Probably like a week or two before that actually comes out. So like I said, I've been just jump starting it, and I'm gonna show you guys just to prove my point so I don't look like an idiot. The car will turn over, but it won't stay running. And I've gotten some lucky ones where it actually will stay running and then the battery dies again and it doesn't start. All right, I have the jump box on. Let's try to get this thing to turn over. Yeah, it's having all sorts of problems. Let's go pick up a new battery and see if we can fix it. And also, just look at this battery. It's a Panasonic battery. Now, I don't know too much about batteries, but that seems like a pretty old one. So this thing definitely is old, outdated, and dead. Probably should have gotten a new one a long time ago. My favorite thing about this car is that this thing goes back all the way to the trunk. Sabrina's Macan is a 2017 and this is the 2020. So the interior is quite the update. You literally have like a glass panel that you're able to control everything from, like it has like a tactile feedback. And then now the tachometer, the only thing that isn't electric is the tach in the middle. These are all screens and these are all screens, but they still keep the Porsche vibe. Really, really, really nice. This screen is bigger than my laptop screen too. Get in the zone. Auto zone. Okay, that was cringy, but now I'm gonna go find a battery.
A few moments later.
Oh God, it's so heavy. Like an idiot, I forgot to bring my old battery, so I have to do that later. They had a cold NOS in the fridge, had a support, and then I bought some extra junk. Because this video is all about Father's Day, today's NOS is dedicated. Today's FTB, dedicated to all the dads out there. More specifically, shout out Evan Shanks. Longtime friend, longtime brother, is now a dad. So happy Father's Day, Evan Shanks. He's a dad these days. All right, I got some garage necessities that I'm excited to share with you guys. I mean, it's not much, don't get too excited, but I'm just at that stage in life where, watch, just watch. Some of you guys are probably like, TJ, I really don't care that you bought that, but let me show you why it's exciting. Damn! Paper towels on lock, who needs them? I got them. And then I got this because eventually we're gonna need this. I know we haven't really wrenched on a car in a while, and I see the comments. I see everyone like, I wish you wrenched more. And to be completely honest, I haven't been wrenching just because a lot of the stuff that I'm working on is kind of like behind the scenes type of stuff, and I hate when people say that. Like that's such a terrible like excuse. But just, it's coming. It's coming soon. There's a lot of stuff that will make sense. I mean, I'm rambling, but we're gonna be building cars again soon. A lot of the stuff that we've been doing is all outsourced, I realize that, but I'm not a fabricator. I can't fabricate a number 26 motor swap into a Mustang. And yes, I could learn how to do it, but the months it would take me to learn how to do it would put me away from doing other things that I want to do, which is why that got outsourced. And people are like, why didn't you build your C8? It's like, you realize Amelia's dedicated like the past 9 months on wrenching on that car, and she's doing a great job. But people haven't figured it out yet. It's taken LMR a long time to figure it out, which we're gonna be seeing some stuff very soon. Next week, we're gonna go get the C8. It's done, it's okay, it's coming. But it's taking them forever. And I don't wanna dedicate all that time on stuff that's like, you're trying to crack when I have so many other things that I've been trying to do and build and work on. And you'll see more of that soon, I promise. But I've always needed one of these to like clean wheels and stuff, and I got one. I overpaid for it, but I got one, so that's cool. The next dilemma is I still don't have my tools yet, so I'm using these little at-home toolkits, which they're honestly not that bad for like what they are. Like they get the job done. It's definitely more than enough to switch out this battery. And of course, I forgot to bring my battery to AutoZone, so I could have disposed of it there, but let's go ahead and swap this over. I don't know how old this battery is, but if I was to guess, this battery is probably like 10 years old. I've never seen a Panasonic battery, or Panasonic, whatever it's called. I thought they just made TVs. Apparently I don't know enough. Out with the old, in with the new. Does this look the same? Yeah, that should be good. So as I was saying earlier, the ECU on this car, when the battery is too dead, it goes into like a really weird like fail-safe. It's kind of just a known issue with this ECU that I have. So I'm hoping that this fixes it, because I've had a lot of luck. So now I would go ahead and jump it. Sometimes when you jump it, the ECU like has enough of a charge, or the battery has enough of a charge where it still allows the car to start. And then I have other times where it just doesn't work. So this should fix it. I hope it fixes it. Pretty easy solution here. Should be okay. Oh, that water pump sounds like it has way more juice on it now. Oh my, I've never heard the starter ever go that fast. I didn't know the starter could sound. Yeah, okay, so that battery's been pretty smoked for a while. So it didn't start. It still looks like it's probably gonna have a little bit of an issue. Or it just could be the 85. Let's give it a little bit of gas. See how it's just dying again? I don't know why it's being finicky. Because the battery was disconnected. Because I can... Oh, there it goes. It's not happy though. It's really not happy. But yeah, got it. A really easy fix, but it's been something that's really been annoying me for a long time. And I was too lazy to go and get a new battery. And again, this all would have been solved had I had battery tenders, like I should have on all of the cars. Now that the garage is done and finally fixed, I'm gonna throw tenders on all these cars. Because I drove this home from the shop up in Newport, shout out to Glistening Performance, because you guys did a great job on the install of the SunTech film. I'm gonna go ahead and give this car a wash, and I also wanna see how it washes for myself. Now, the PPF that I have on that Porsche is a lot older than this one. This is brand new. It has all the newest technologies from SunTech, and I've heard great things about cleaning this thing because it has a hydrophobic top coat that just allows dirt and soot and any type of contaminants just to fall right off. So cleaning this thing is actually gonna be easier than a normal car would be. And you can actually literally see that as the water is falling off it. It's hard to get the stuff on camera, but the water just beads off. Like, it's just falling off. That's all because of the SunTech film. That's amazing. That is beautiful. Glistening Performance also paint corrected the whole entire car before putting down the PPF. So this paint underneath is 100% pristine, and it's gonna stay pristine as long as the PPF is on. But wiping it down, I can't even describe how it feels. It feels like super glossy and smooth, and it's like silky. It feels physically different than a car that doesn't have this film on it. It's also 25% more stain resistant too, so anything like tree saps or any type of material that could end up staining paint is now not a worry anymore. Wow, and cleaning this thing is so easy. Literally comes off like streak free. She's all washed up, so Sabrina's picking my dad up right now and driving him over to see the car for the first time. Again, he knows I took it, but he doesn't know why, but I'm pretty sure he should be able to figure it out if he thinks hard enough. I was trying to find a way to show you guys the film on this car too, but oh, there you go. So you can kind of see right here, you can see the edge around the corners. All of this is machine cut, so it fits like absolutely perfect. There are just so many benefits to this stuff. Scratch resistant, stain resistant, hydrophobic, ceramic coating like properties all around the car. Getting this car made me obsessed with it, and then getting this car, my dad's getting the best film there is out there. Any of you guys are interested in this stuff, I highly recommend it. I am gonna be doing it on every single one of my cars that has a paint color that I love, and I'm obsessed with the idea that you can paint correct a car, have the paint absolutely pristine, then throw the film on, and it like keeps it like that forever. I just got a text from Sprint, another 2 minutes out, so I just closed this garage door. Damn, we're doing a lot of surprises in the last couple weeks. So when he gets here, we're gonna open the garage and show him what's inside. I put your car with my car so they look good together. Do you remember the purple one?
I do.
Does it look like anything's been done? Because do you see anything? The answer should be no, because you can't see anything.
No.
But remember how when I got this car, you liked how it was full PPF, full clear bra, so the car's protected, the paint's protected? Well, the whole entire car is now wrapped in SunTech's new reaction film, which is completely protecting everything on the car. And before we laid down all the PPF, the paint was color corrected, so it's as pure and as perfect as the paint can ever be. And the paint is solid, frozen in time, so it will never...
That means it won't chip?
No, never.
Like this
it won't
forever.
chip.
No.
It has a hydrophobic coating, so water and dust contaminants fall off of it. It also is scratch resistant. It also is stain resistant to saps, environment things that can get touched on it. This is the best of the best. The whole car from front to back is covered in the new film.
So how long will that last?
12 years. The warranty is 12 years.
Look at it, look at it. It's hard for Tom to be surprised. Look at
I know.
It's like a wrap, but it's a film.
Essentially, it's imagine if you had a wrap it was clear,
Yeah.
but this is better. This looks a lot better when you wash it. It's easier to wash it, and everything is protected. My dad just asked a really good question. He's like, do I have to worry about touch-up paint? And the answer is no. Everything's protected, scratch protected.
Good, because I suck at it.
Yeah, my dad tried to touch something up on the back of the car, and when I picked it up, the guys were like, yeah, don't let him ever try and touch something up again. No offense. Big shout out to SunTech. They hooked it up. This reaction film is the best. My dad was really looking forward to getting getting some sort of coating on this car, and after he saw that, he was super interested. So happy Father's Day. There's also a gift in the front seat
There's a gift.
for you. This is a Father's Day vlog.
TJ picked it out all by himself.
I hope it will fit. I had to guess on the size.
Ooh, US Open Torrey Pines. This is a nice color.
It's a very dad color, I thought.
It is a very dad color.
So my dad just left and was completely surprised with the PPF from Suntech, so I'm super stoked that it went well. He's pretty camera shy, so I usually don't film too much with him, and we were kind of celebrating Father's Day, so I spent the past like 2 hours hanging out with him, kind of just talking about everything, and it was really good. Before I end today's video, a few days ago on Twitter, I said, ask me a few questions. I'm gonna end the vlog answering some questions that I get. If you're not following my Twitter, you need to wake up, baby, go follow it. And I have a bunch of cool questions that I'm gonna answer, and there's actually one question I want to start with that is from Hyper_S20, and he says, loving the supercar content, but are you planning to build any regular cars anytime soon? I would love to see you build an R32 or S chassis. This is actually something I do want to talk about because lately, yes, it's all been like supercar and like more modern, expensive type stuff. And that doesn't mean I'm never gonna go back to doing the other stuff. I see a lot of people say that they want me to stop doing supercars and go back to stuff like the FD. There are a few cars that I've been thinking about doing. One of them is an older NSX. I think the reason why I haven't been doing them is just because I've been able to get some of the more expensive cars that I've always wanted. So I'm just taking advantage of that and doing it while I can. And I don't think anyone can blame me for doing that. I haven't done an R32 or a GTR just because I've been wanting to do the RB26 in a car, and that's what the Mustang is gonna be. But keep your eyes peeled because I think eventually an NSX is coming to the channel. I see a lot of people ask about that. Another popular question that I'm just seeing from a bunch of different people, not from one person specifically, is do another FD build, or when are you gonna do another revamp on this? Now, the reason why I haven't touched this car is just because it's so perfect as it is. There's no point in me like doing another rotary engine in this one. If you guys didn't see, we went to New Zealand, went to PPRE and got this motor, and it was amazing. I've thought about doing another RX-7 and doing like full rotor build and then just going like completely crazy with it. I don't have an excuse as to why I haven't. I need to. Full rotors are just really expensive. And when I'm talking expensive, I'm talking like $100,000 just for the motor setup alone. To do an RX-7 that has a full rotor, that's like a $200,000 car. I want to do one, hopefully one day, but that's the reason why I haven't done another like rendition of that FD, just because it's so perfect as it is. It doesn't need it. If I blew that motor up and it was destroyed, I'd be more inclined to put a crazier motor in it. At the moment, that thing is just so much fun to drive, and it's just kind of like just a me car at this point. Just drank a fifth, and a bunch of other people have asked this question, asking about the plans for the garage at the house. I've talked about it a bunch of times, but I haven't said anything. I am building about a 4,000 to 5,000 square foot warehouse at my house. I haven't shown much of it yet because right now we are in the architectural design process, and it's still just so far away. Realistically, we probably won't break ground and actually start construction for like 6 months, which that's a long time away. The plans of it are insane. Anything, it's absolutely ludicrous. It's coming, but I don't want to show you guys stuff until we get kind of farther down the line, so I don't like get you hyped up and then you don't see anything for like 6 months. I'm seeing a ton of questions about Street Hunter with the 400Z, Street Hunter with the new BRZ, a bunch of Street Hunter questions. One of those new cars I just mentioned, I've been working with the OE for the past like 6 months, and we have kits. Hopefully if everything goes right for SEMA, we'll be able to unveil a brand new Street Hunter kit at SEMA. I don't know, it's probably unlikely because of COVID and how long it's taking for cars to get over from the port system, and it's unreliable. I don't know for sure. Street Hunter has a few cars right now that are kits that are being finished with design process and will hopefully be announced somewhat relatively soon. Another question I'm seeing a lot, who's my insurance provider? How much does it cost to insure all the cars? I don't know. I don't know how much it costs to insure all of them. I saw Stradman do a video like this. I just thought if I did a video like this, it'd just be kind of like a flex story or like a flex video if I did a video going over all the insurance rates on all the cars, because trust me, it is interesting, I get that, but I just feel like that comes across like, I don't know, like really egotistical, or I don't want to come across that way. So that's something I've never addressed or talked about, but if there's enough interest, I would make a video about it. I wouldn't be opposed to making a video about it. Last question, have you ever considered about getting an in-house fabricator to get more work done in-house? This is something that I think is like a 2-year goal for me, and I've seen Adam do it, and that was someone who like really showed me like, wow, that's really beneficial to have. I just don't think we're there yet. But once the new shop gets built, I would like to find like a full-time, I guess it would be mechanic or in-house fabricator, pretty much like an Alberto Big Boot, someone who I can literally have work at the shop and do all in-house work, so we don't have to outsource everything. Like the Mustang, we're getting outsourced Rad Industries. The Corvette, we're getting done in Texas because of, I eventually would like to have an in-house, I guess, team to work full time so we could do crazy stuff on the cars. We're not there yet. I think it'd be cool to get there one day, but I'll probably wait till we get to the shop. And also too, when it comes to drifting and stuff, I want to have before I start competing, I get a lot of questions of FD and all that stuff. I wouldn't feel comfortable even pressing to go into FD until I had like a full-time crew that like works for me. So it would make traveling and make this the team system and working on that car more fluid, if that makes sense. That's one of my many goals that I want to try and have in the next couple of years is an in-house fabricator, in-house everything, so that I was able to make fun content and do all the fun stuff and then have someone do majority of the wrenching, and then I can help when I need to and do videos and stuff. But to have someone ultimately work on all the cars for me and then I can help them do it when I need to for videos is ideal. That's just for me. Some people like content creators that do all the work themselves, and I used to do all the work myself, but once you expand and you have like 12 cars, it's just theoretically impossible to keep up the amount of videos that people expect and do all of the work on the cars. It's just not possible, at least with this many cars. So I hope to get there one day, just I'm not there yet. That's where I'm gonna end today's video. I wanna say big thanks to Suntech for sponsoring this video and sponsoring this project. It was really awesome to surprise my dad. It's really hard to get him to show emotion, so he was really excited today, and that meant the world to me. So happy Father's Day. I know we're a little bit late, but happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and keep moving forward.